What's up, folks? So, this late review for Dragon Ball Super episode 33, but then again, the translation didn't get out until late on Sunday. Anyway, this is a very fast-paced episode of Dragon Ball Super, and I'll get into that in a minute. But even in the opening, I think we get Monica introduced. I think he was there last week. I can't remember. I know the other Universe 6 fighters were, and when we saw the opening, in the opening, there's actually instead of just silhouettes, we just saw him actually get one-on-one sequence. This in the opening. I heard people say that they weren't confused as to why that was, but after this episode, what I've heard on the comments, I kind of understand now. Anyway, let's get to the episode. We start off with Goku and Butterbo, I think it is. Anyway, Butterbo. Anyway, Goku's Butterbo, I think, launches up like a rubber ball. He bouncing all over the place, almost knocks Goku out of bounds. But Goku's actually trying to land hits, and he can't because initially, because his body's made of rubber, but no, Jacko makes the observation that what he's doing is actually sending Goku's hits to another dimension, or he's sending part of his body in to another dimension, which kind of reminds me of what Toby did on Naruto. Anyway, obviously that's not getting him nowhere, and I like how Vegeta says, use your head, and he does. And I'm guessing when he's actually punching him, he can't use any part of his other body parts, so Goku uses this to catch him off guard and pull him out of the ring. And actually, Goku did say, if it wasn't for the tournament rules, I probably would have lost. I kind of doubt that, but regardless, first fight's over and done with. And then Frost jumps into the fray. Now, obviously, the parallel version of Frieza, however, his personality is completely by opposite, and he's actually wanting to save the people who's ruling under him, or is overseeing, and apparently he joined the tournament if he won, if in order to fight, so Sharper can help him out, take care of a problem. So I'm curious what that problem is. It's hard to believe that Frost will have a problem with anyone, but obviously these must be strong dudes. Anyway, we get into the fight and they build the tension up, obviously, and Frieza, I should say Frieza, starts off without actually some like head scissors on there, flying head scissors on Goku, which he pretty much states that he because he has the body of a lighter body that he moves around like a lightweight, so it makes sense. But his fight style is completely different from Frieza. Anyway, we go into the fight, and it becomes obvious that Goku knows that Frost is holding back, as is Goku, and I'll get into that in a minute as well. And I don't know what I thought about I was okay with it, but at the same time I kind of had my doubts and dislikes, and I'll get to that in a minute also. But Goku calls Frost out and says, you need to power up, and he says Frost is holding back his power so he can fight the other guys after this fight. But Frost is like, no. First he goes into his second form, well, I guess third form technically. It's the second transformation, but first transformation, I was kind of, that itself kind of boggled me, because I was actually thinking, okay, if he's going to go into each stage, it would have made sense that his form resembled King Cold, right? Because that was Frieza's second form. But no, he jumps straight into his, I guess technically third form, and basically, and this felt like a what if kind of battle for DBZ. If you, because I think there's done videos of what would happen if Goku actually fought Frieza in his third form instead of his straight into his final form. I felt that's a shout out to that, but I like the interaction with it because it's kind of different instead of. But Goku once again called him out, so Frost is still holding back, and to a degree he does, and he eventually jumps into his final form, but only after Goku goes Super Saiyan, and then Frost transforms. I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of hoping when Frost actually transforms into his third form, I was kind of hoping we might get a throwback to Cooler's form in Revenge of Cooler, but because I know Colour's not canon, but it would have been nice for a throwback and something different. But I get the parallel, so he goes into his final form directly like Frieza's, and other than the black lower half, it's pretty much similar. Anyway, Goku and Frost start battling all over the place, and it becomes apparent that Goku has got the upper hand, and actually, that reminds me when Goku transformed, and I think it's Champa asked Cabe about he was shocked about this ability. The same have this ability on Universe 6, and he says no, and I've never seen this form. So right there, and if that's the case, unless they have something to counteract that, if they can't transform, but then again, what Gabe said to Vegeta in the previous episode, like they're peaceful Saiyan race, so I guess technically they're experience anger, so that actually kind of makes sense as to why nobody's actually transformed. But if that's the case, and actually I think Vegeta versus Gabe is a done deal now after this episode. That match is going to happen down the road. I don't know how Vegeta's going to lose that, to be fair, but if that's the case, then does that mean the Universe 6 fights are weak? And I kind of have a theory that might be, and I'm not taking anything away from Frost, but Goku had the upper hand during towards the end of the fight, and even it goes to the point where even Bulma's like feeling sorry for him, even though he looks like Frieza. And actually, you'd think Krillin would be more traumatized than anybody, but no, he's actually rooting for the guy. And it's different because I guess it's a breath of fresh air, because instantly when you see a clone of Frieza, aka Frost, you instantly think he's gonna rape everybody and it's like fucking go destroy the planet. But no, his personality gets everybody off guard, so much they're cheering for him. And and after I watched the episode and actually did the elaborate action, I said Goku it looks like Goku through the match. And when I went onto the comments, and this is one of the websites that had the raw version, I kind of went back to the comments, and people say that Goku he legit through the match and let Frost win because he didn't want to fish him off, which goes for his character. However, I do have a problem with this, and a lot of people, reviewers have said that Frost actually used a technique that actually slowed down Goku. Listen, if Goku was going all out, okay, and I'm not saying he should have gone into Super Saiyan God or anything, but listen, the dude can go Super Saiyan 3, and he's been training non-stop for 3 years. So to say that Frost is anywhere stronger than Goku, and you can add it up, but it just looks like Goku through the match. However, despite I don't like the ending, and I mean if you agree to the ending, let me know in the comments below. But I will say that this opens up the door, and it actually gives the other fighters some spotlight as to how, I think this is a plot device for Goku actually to not run roughshod throughout the entire tournament. So now the spotlight is on Piccolo versus Frost. Now, as much as I look, and by the way, my 4 favourite characters in Dragon Ball period are as follows: Beerus, Vegeta, Goku, and Piccolo overall. So with the fighters we have in this tournament, I'm good to go. So with Piccolo versus Frost, I'm hyped about that because this is going to be the first one-on-one fight that Piccolo's had since Android 17, which was a long time ago. But yeah, that's going to be epic. And judging by the preview, it looks like he's pulling out. He's not sandbagging at all. My question is this though: is Frost going to have a hard time with Piccolo? Because if so, and Frost does manage to beat Piccolo, or Piccolo beats Frost after what went down with Goku, what does that say about the strength? What does that do with the strength bar when it comes to fighters of Universe 6? Does that make them weak or strong, in your opinion? And I stand by what I said. I think Goku through the match because of his character. It just makes sense. But my problem is this: if Goku wasn't holding back, the problem becomes this: how is he going to be able to match up against? Because he's got to match up at some point against Beerus and Champa and any other God of Destruction. He can't do that if he's getting taken down like this. So my question becomes: does it hurt Goku or does it help him? Obviously, it helps his character, but as a story progression, and I'm not saying, Akira Toriyama fucked up or anything, because by the end of this, and some of the comments I read, the anime has surpassed the manga, and that was confirmed. And I kind of had a feeling it was close. I had no idea it was going to bypass the manga, but I think before Dragon Ball Super even started, I think that was the plan anyway. Anime to be ahead of the manga, and the reason it wasn't is because I think because they skipped out in the manga on the resurrection of F-Arc. By the way, I was thinking maybe they were actually going to do a throwback after this episode. If the fight wasn't concluded, Frost was going to pull out a gold form, but no, he might, but it's right now it's Piccolo versus Frost. I'm kind of hyped about that because, like I said, Piccolo in a one-on-one fight is a great episode. So, and more importantly, I think Piccolo deserves the spotlight a hell of a lot more than Gohan. That's just my opinion, but that's going to do it for this review. Let me know your thoughts and comments and feelings on this, and what do you think about the ending? What do you make on the Dragon Ball Super as a whole, this arc in particular? And yeah, it's pretty much open season now, with the anime, at least for this point, is ahead of the manga. So, it's a whole new ball game. No such a thing as spoilers anymore. But let me know your thoughts. Like the video if you did. I appreciate that. Comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.